Hello, my love. This is Malalo with Love and Light Starseed Tarot. Welcome. Today I'm doing a reading for Virgo and the person they're thinking about right now. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising in Virgo. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. What is the overall energy, please? Overall messages. 5 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Tower. And the Queen of Cups. I have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but you could be having some inner conflict here. And this could be about a soulmate, or this could be about love in general. Wanting union or reunion, but, you know, there was some upheaval here, or, you know, something wasn't stable. Something around love wasn't stable. What is your energy right now? King of Wands, the 3 of Wands. Seven of Swords. Aries, Leo, Sag. You know, you could be feeling more motivated at this time and, you know, wanting to take action. You could be wanting to travel, or, you know, just be very strategic about your plans here and what you're wanting and growing for the future. You know, you want to create something amazing that, you know, you've been thinking about for a long time. You want to shoot your shot, right? You want to rip the Band-Aid off. You know you have to put one foot in front of the other to get to all your, you know, hopes, dreams, and wishes for the future. What is their energy right now? 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. So this person could be detached. You know, they could just be working or trying to save money, but they could be feeling remorse or regretful right now and sad. And it could be because of, you know, that they're detached, or that they, you know, they had to detach from this energy. Let's see. How do you see them? Page of Wands. Ace of Cups. And the 4, oh, I got 2. 10 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. So in order for this person to start something new around love, or take some action here towards love, they have to put down this weight. You know, they could have a lot on their plate, or they could just carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. You know, they could be feeling very bored in a certain situation, or just, you know, thinking heavily about bringing their cup of love or starting a new cycle around love, not wanting to let any opportunity pass them by. How do they see you? How do they see you? The Emperor. 5 of Pentacles. Whoa. And the 2 of Pentacles. Aries energy. So they could see you as, you know, you could have taken your power back. You could be stepping into your power. You could have had to, you know, make a pros and cons list. You know, you could have been going back and forth about this, or been in, you know, been in a certain situation for a while. But I'm getting that only brought you sadness, or, you know, just feeling abandoned or left out in the cold. And so you had to take back your power. You're sitting on your throne, right? You're giving thanks for what you have. You know, you're thinking more of what you're grateful for and thankful for now, because you've been been there and done that, right? You've played both sides. You have the experience now. You have the know-how. You have, you know, life under your belt. How do you feel about them? Knight of Pentacles. Six of Swords. And Temperance. You know, this person could just need to be loyal in general, or be more loyal to themselves. So that way they can ride off into the sunset or have calmer waters. Right? This person could take a very long time to do anything. You know, they could take a very long time to move forward or move in general. How do they feel about you? Six of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and then Two of Swords. Yeah, you had to make a tough decision here. You had to cut, you know, somebody off. And this was because of breadcrumbing or, you know, mind effery, games, manipulation. I'm getting you made the tough decision. What are you doing right now? Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. I have Capricorn and Virgo. I have fire signs out. Yeah, you know, you are taking the action here and you're being more abundant and stable. Right? You're not allowing toxic energies to get in your way of what you're wanting here or what you're building. Right? You're seeing the small moments of gratitude and love and creativity. It is bringing in major abundance and fulfillment for you. Right? You're kicking out the old and you're embracing the new. You've broken the chains here. You're seeing night and day. You're seeing that, you know, things are night and day because of this. Right? When you have love in your life, you're already rich and wealthy and abundant. You know, even if it's self-love. Toxic, intense connections are not, you know, it didn't get you anywhere. Right? And you're just seeing that things are night and day. What are they doing right now? Strength. Nine of Swords. And the Six of Wands. Yeah, this person thinks very heavily. You know, they could stay up all night thinking about this or just having anxiety or looping thoughts because they are trying to be more courageous here or just be strong. You know, they need to be strong so that way they can have their victories and success, you know, so that they can have more success in their life in general. Right? Working on their confidence. You know, and this could be hard for this person. This could be what keeps them up at night. You know, they could be banging their head against the wall here. They want something so bad they can taste it. What are your messages? Ace of Wands, King of Swords, and the Sun. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, you know, you could be starting a new passion project or just wanting to move towards, you know, what lights you up, what makes you feel good. You know, this could be a new person, or this could be just, you know, being more determined, or, you know, thinking more logically here. But you're allowing your intuition and your heart to guide you here. I'm getting that you've balanced this out. You've balanced your head and your heart out. And yeah, I just got the Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you made a decision here. You're not wanting to stand at a crossroads anymore. You're determined to get all the things that you want. You're determined to get the love and the respect and the passion that you want in your life. What are their messages? 10 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 7 of Cups. I have Pisces energy. You know, this person could have a lot of interferences here, or just a lot of options, or they like to keep their options open. But, excuse me, this person could be just, you know, getting downloads is what I'm getting, or they're getting maybe a spiritual awakening, or messages coming in, and this could be through dream state. You know, this person could think that they're delusional, but their intuition is guiding them here. And, you know, they could just be learning to listen more to their intuition. You know, and they could just be getting downloads. And this could be around, you know, family or long-term success and stability, or they could be getting dreams about this. Yeah, or, you know, they could be learning more. This just, Page of Swords just flew up. They could be learning more about spirituality in general, or, you know, how to get to their financial success that they're wanting. What are your messages? 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands in the World. Yeah, you only want your person. You could want, you know, this could be twin flame. I have 11-11 energy, but you just want happy home, happy life. You know, you're being stubborn and determined in all the best ways, right? You want 4 corners of stability. You know, you're creating the world of your dreams. And you could just have high boundaries right now and not, you know, just not letting just anyone in your energy. Right? You're determined to get what you want. You deserve what you want. And you can get there. What are their messages? The Chariot, the Knight of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. I just saw 1414 on the timer. If these messages are resonating with you, type 1414 to affirm. And I hope you're liking and subscribing so you can become a part of our amazing community here, and you won't miss any future updates. Yeah, this person wants forward movement. You know, they want to bring in a romantic gesture here. You know, this person could be feeling that, you know, time is going by fast, or, you know, that they're running out of time here. You know, this person could be feeling like something is catching up to them, or time is catching up to them. What is the outcome? Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Virgo energy. Yeah, someone wants to bring in a solid offer here, or give a solid offer. You know, this could be with a earth sign, or this could just be at work. You know, you could be getting a raise, or just, you know, investing more of your time or money, working overtime, getting an advancement. What is the advice, please? Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So collaborate with like-minded people. Collaborate with solid people. People that have a good character, a good backbone. You know, people who aren't going to hold back or be inconsistent, or, you know, want to keep you stuck. People that want forward movement and progress. People who aren't greedy, right? Because that just keeps you stuck in lack mindset. You know, greed is a deadly sin for a reason. Right? You're wanting to be more giving and more, you know, working well with others. Collaborating with like-minded people. I'm going to get a romance oracle for this connection. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I'm getting one more message for amazing Virgo. South Node. Be vigilant about old patterns that may hinder your progress, and embrace the lessons that they offer. Integrate that wisdom into your present and future. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.